Hey everybody, Town Media Director Steve Brogan here. It is Monday. Yes, it is Monday. I'm sorry to tell you that. Can't stand Mondays. No, I'm kidding. But it's been a rough one. Um, so I got a whole bunch of stuff I want to tell you guys about as far as what's going on here in the town of Tyngsborough. And before I get to that stuff, I just want to remind everybody you can watch this broadcast a whole bunch of different ways. So Facebook, on all the pages we share it through, you can also chime in and ask questions if you'd like to, or just join in the conversation. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us at tyngsboroughma.gov on our live video on demand and streaming service, where you can also watch all of our past content, past shows, and all the various government meetings that we record here in the town of Tyngsborough. And you can watch us at Comcast 8 and Verizon Channel 29 here in the town of Tyngsborough. But if you're watching on the internet, you can watch anywhere. You don't have to watch just in Tyngsborough. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so here's what I got for you. So the big things going on this week, we've got the town meeting coming up on the 21st. Obviously, that's not this week, but this week, this Tuesday, tomorrow, is the pre-town meeting that's coming up over at Old Town Hall at 7 o'clock. That is where Town Administrator Matt Hansen is going to go over all of the warrant articles, the draft warrant articles, and discuss them, answer questions about them. So that'll be a good opportunity for you to come out if you have time. Come out and ask your questions, or at least listen to what's being said about the warrant articles that are going to come up at town meeting. There's a number of reasons why they're doing the pre-town meeting, mostly because it helps with the flow of regular town meeting on the 21st, so that most of, hopefully, the simple questions get answered ahead of time, and that way, at least too, you have time to think about some of these things and sort of the repercussions of the various votes on some of these topics. So it'll give you a little more time on that as well. So it helps with a few different things, really, but it's an excellent opportunity for you to come out, ask questions, no pressure. You don't have the pressure of town meeting and the entire, body of town members that show up to this thing. Everybody's staring at you basically while you ask your question. So it's actually it's a lot more intimate. So it gives a much more much easier feel as far as being able to ask questions. It just makes it easy for everybody, I think, all the way around. So so it's a good opportunity to do that. So that is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Old Town Hall, pre-town meeting in lieu of, or leading up to, the spring annual town meeting that'll be happening on the 21st. Now, also happening on the 14th is elections, town elections. The ballot has been posted. It's been up for a while now, so you can check out who is running for office here in the town of Tyngsborough. There's a whole bunch of seats that were up for election, and the majority, they all got filled, or I'll have somebody running for them, I should say, except for one seat. I think it's the Cemetery Commission, which always seems to never have anybody in it. But that said, every seat is being spoken for, except for that one Cemetery Commission seat. There are no contested races, so there's no battles going on necessarily for any particular seats. That said, just because there's no contested races doesn't mean you shouldn't come out and vote, because there is the ballot initiative, or ballot on there. I forget what you call it. Excuse me, the ballot initiative. Yes, that's on there as far as the purchase of the country club, and it's just to approve whether or not the town can move forward with that process. So they do need the votes on that. They need people to come out and you vote your conscience, vote whichever way you feel is appropriate on that. And that will also be something that's going to be talked about. I'm assuming probably at length at the pre-town meeting, and then probably at the annual town meeting as well. So so definitely come out and voice your vote on that on the 14th. But check out the pre-town meeting tomorrow night. We are going to broadcast it, provided the gods of technology will work with me. We will be broadcasting it on both TV, Comcast 8, Verizon 29, and at Facebook, so you'll be able to watch it both ways. You won't be able to, well, I'll try, actually. I shouldn't say won't be able to. But usually what we do with the Facebook thing is, how we have the two-way conversation here sometimes. You'll be able to ask questions, obviously. You can post a question on Facebook. I will do my best to relay those to be asked. I can't guarantee that any of those get asked. It's always a little bit tough because Matt is down. Usually I text Matt and text him the question, but he's going to be down there answering and fielding questions all night long and moving on and discussing the article, so it can be a little bit difficult at that part. But if I can, I'm going to see if I can work it out with the executive administrative assistant, to see if he can maybe relay those questions in a timely fashion, provided they come in while we're still on topic. I'll do my best on that part. But yeah, you can still have the two-way conversation and just chime in. I'm sure there'll be lots of that going on. So you'll be able to watch it Comcast 8, Verizon 29, tyngsboroughma.gov on our video on demand and streaming, and on Facebook. I'm not going to hit it on YouTube as well, just because I don't have enough streaming bandwidth through the network there. So I don't want to overload the circuit, let's say. So yeah, so this Tuesday, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Old Town Hall. pre-town meeting, and you can get all of your all of your questions answered regarding the various warrant articles that are going to be coming up at the town meeting on the 21st. And again, don't forget about town elections on the 14th, where not only will you be voting on various candidates, but you'll also be voting on ballot initiative for the purchase of the country club. That's a big one. That's been the big story about town the last bunch of months, really. There's a couple of other things going on, but that's really probably been the one that most people know the most about, or have heard the most about, I should say, at the very least. There's a lot of information floating around on there on Facebook and some various other places. Definitely, if you have questions, pre-town meeting is going to be the place to do it. Obviously, town meeting as well, you're welcome to ask your questions, but it'll be easier for you, I think, at pre-town meeting. So that's where I would take my opportunity anyways if I was you. So pretty cool stuff, though. Lots of interesting stuff. Also, I got a chance to check out the THS, Tyngsborough High School theater production of Les Mis on Friday. That was phenomenal. These kids are awesome. Seriously, there's tickets still available for the 10th and the 11th, I think it was. Here, I'll even pull up the flyer for you so you can check it out. We can just double check the dates. But it was awesome. These kids really work hard. They put their hearts and souls into this stuff. And they sing like no other, I'm telling you. It was awesome. Yeah, so there you go. So tickets available. So the 4th and the 5th have already passed, but you can get to see it on the 10th and the 11th over at the Tyngsborough High School Theater. Tickets available, fottheater.org. Awesome, though. These kids do seriously really well. Very impressive. Happy to say that I was able to support them in my way, not only through buying tickets to go see the show, but also with some technical stuff. So that was pretty neat. But just to see all their work come together, and yeah, it's really cool. Thank you, Greg, by the way. Thanks everybody for watching, by the way. I appreciate everybody tuning in. But yeah, awesome stuff. These kids really do a really good job. So go check them out. 10th and the 11th, you can still get tickets at fottheater.org. I'm going to post some stuff in the description after, so you can find the links and go check out some of these things. But that was really cool. So a lot of fun to see that. So also, don't forget to mark your calendars if you haven't already. Hopefully you have if you've been watching these broadcasts. May 10 and May 24th are your yard waste pickups, so the 10th is quickly approaching. Get your bags of leaves and bundles of branches and whatever else you have that has been flying around from the torrential winds that we've had constantly coming around town lately, knocking down everything and just wreaking havoc in general, really. But now's your opportunity to get rid of all that debris. Since burning season is over, that ended on the 1st of May, so you can no longer burn, open burning. It is okay for a cooking fire pit, from what I understand. If you're going to be cooking on it specifically, you have to cook hot dogs and whatever, have a package of hot dogs there, I guess. But yeah, the general open burning and piles of debris and brush and stuff are no longer allowed as of the 1st of May. So keep that in mind. But the 10th and the 24th, you can mark the calendar for that. And then also Household Hazardous Waste Day is coming up on June 1st. I know I'm like a broken record on that stuff. I've been reciting this, I think, for the probably last 3 months, I think, since I found out about the dates. But yeah, mark your calendars for those. Obviously, 3 very important dates for residents here if you guys want to get rid of your yard debris and your household hazardous waste. And on that note, I want to quickly mention that we did a show. If you caught it last week, this past Friday, we did a program over at where'd my tab go? There it is. We did a program over here, but we did a program about recycling, the ABCs of recycling. It's unbelievable how much information, how much it's changed, to be honest with you, since I first started paying attention to recycling, over a decade ago, and like what you can recycle, what you can't recycle, and so on. I'll call it, in my own case, a lot of ignorance on things that can't be recycled, in terms of what's not allowed anymore, or wasn't even allowed in the first place, and we always thought it was. You just throw it in the recycle bin. Hey, it's plastic. Throw it in the bin. But we did a show on that last Friday. Go check it out. So Donna Lane McPartland from the Board of Health was here with me. We went through a bag of my recycles and basically just picked through it, and things that I would have all thrown into the recycle bin, realized that you can't throw most of those things in the recycle bin anymore, or a bunch of them. I shouldn't say most, but a few, definitely a good portion of it. But we also went over this website. It's recyclesmartma.org, recyclesmartma.org. Again, I'll post the link in the description after the show's over. You can get all the information, or at least the majority of the information that you're trying to find, off of this website. There is still some gray area and some what ifs and the whatabouts, that kind of stuff, little questions here and there. But recyclesmartma.org will at least answer probably 95% of your questions. Again, there's obviously those couple of gray areas of things like, oh, I thought I could recycle this, or why can't I recycle that? There's even some incorrect one item I found incorrect was the pizza box item, which is totally not recyclable if you do not remove the greasy part of the pizza box. But that said, there's definitely room for some improvement. But this is a great help if you're trying to figure out. You can type in literally by the item. You type in what the item is. Like, here, I'll type in one real quick just so we can show it. So I typed in Solo, and it comes up cup colored plastic, and it will tell you, what can you do with it? Put this item in your trash bin. Apparently, they're not recyclable. I found that out last Friday. So I always thought they were. I used to save them all, clean them all, bundle them up, and send them in. But anyways, that's one resource for you to look into for recycling. You can always call the Board of Health and ask them as well, though they're going to go to the same thing just to find the answers for you. So there's, we're working on an addendum program already that will add, and I've actually been contacted by two folks to do a program. One is the woman who works for Mass DEP, Julia, I think her name was. We're going to try to do a program in the near future since we get something scheduled where we're going to go over all this stuff in a little more detail, and maybe have some two-way conversation with the community and her, where we can maybe even see if we can get some of the corrections made. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Cool, huh? So yeah, we're working on that for hopefully the next couple of weeks. I'll see if I can get her on. So that should be pretty interesting as well. All right, moving on. We've talked about Board Health, talked about the theater. So let's go on to the recreation department. So they're still looking for committee members for the recreation committee. If you're interested, that's like the best group. I mean, seriously, like that's probably the most fun department, the recreation committee, Parks and Recreation. Like really, if you want to spend some time and donate some time to the community, that's where I would be right there. So they're still looking for those. Memorial Day is coming up quickly, so the bike and wagon contest for the Memorial Day parade, as well as the beaches will be open Memorial Day. So if you don't have your pass already, your free beach pass, you can get one of those here at the town administrator's office. It's a free pass. That's all you need in order to be able to use the beach. It's a hang tag that you stick on your rear view mirror, and that lets you park in the parking lot, and then you won't be towed because that parking is limited to people just with those hang tags using it for the beach. So. And the police do check that, by the way. I can confirm that. Get your passes ready, and the beach will be open on Memorial Day. And then, like I said, the Memorial Day parade. I have some more info on that as well. I'm going to give it to you guys in a minute. But that's coming up quickly. So that's going to be the usual parade that goes from, we start over at Old Town Hall, and then we march down to the Veterans Memorial over in front of the Old Town Common next to First Parish, and then back up the boulevard, cross the bridge, down the boulevard over to the American Legion, where it continues or ends rather there. And there'll be a number of speeches by some of the local dignitaries, selectmen, usually Rep. Colleen Gary's there, and some other folks as well. So that's always it's always a fun day. Be lots of pictures and stuff that we'll be taking. So definitely check that out. Also, August 25th, the block party, and July 11th to August 8th is the field day ×5. And I'll have more information on that stuff as we get closer. We don't have all the details just yet. Let's see, I mentioned elections. Where are we here? Oh, yeah, okay, I think I actually covered most of it. There we go. All right, I didn't get to the calendar yet, so let's do that. I'm going to bring you over to the website. And here you go. As always, well, almost always, there's always a caveat, isn't there? As most of the time, most of the information I get for you guys is off the website. I try to pull most of it from there. If it's not on the website, I'll usually go ask a department person questions and stuff. But a lot of the stuff we try to pull is here on the website. So as I was mentioning, the Memorial Day Parade is there, so you can get information on the Memorial Day Parade if you want to do that. But you can get information on lots of other stuff. There's usually all the new stuff is posted right in the middle here, so you can easily keep up with at least the top 3 things, and then just click See All News down at the bottom, and it will take you to the whole news page. I did want to mention that the draft town meeting warrant is posted. So this is the draft. This isn't the final. Has not been completely approved. I believe tonight is the night they're going to actually approve the final draft. For town meeting. But if you wanted to go look at the town meeting warrant and see all the items on there, you can get that right here. Click on that, and it will give you the draft town meeting warrant. And that I got right from the homepage of the website, tyngsboroughma.gov. So pre-town meeting information session. Click on that. It takes you here. Then it's a little small, but down the bottom here, information about the town meeting, the warrant, and the Tyngsborough Country Club. can be found here. So just click the Here button. That's what I did earlier. It takes you to this page, and the red where it says Draft, that's the actual town meeting warrant. So if you want to go read it for yourself and see what's on there, go check it out for yourself, and you can peruse that at your leisure. Now, moving over to the calendar, what's going on this week in town? You've got a Board of Selectmen meeting tonight, which, as I said, they'll be, I believe, approving the warrant tonight to make it no longer a draft. It'll be the final version of the warrant article for town meeting in preparation for the 21st. Let's see. We've got a Board of Library Trustees today. Historical Commission. Oh, no, that's canceled. Okay, scrap that. There's a school committee meeting over at THS, which, by the way, if you didn't know already, we are recording. Not me personally, but we do have the school committee meetings being recorded, and they're being replayed on the education channel here in town. Verizon 28. I don't have a channel on Comcast for the education, public at this point, actually, also on Comcast, but we're working on that. I've been in contact with them, so hopefully soon we'll have that. But you can also watch it streaming, as I said earlier, tyngsboroughma.gov on our live video on demand and streaming, so you can watch them there when they replay. So you can check out those school committee meetings. They're also broadcast live, so tomorrow night's meeting will be broadcast live on that education channel, which, again, you can watch streaming. School committee meeting, then the pre-town meeting tomorrow night, which after I finish this broadcast, I get to go break all this stuff down and bring it over there. Good times. But yeah, tomorrow night, pre-town meeting, 7 o'clock at Old Town Hall. They say 7 to 8. I'd probably say more like 7 to 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock because of this one with the questions that'll probably come up. But maybe not. I could be completely wrong. I've been known to be wrong before. Then Wednesday, you've got a Board of Assessors meeting and a Master Plan Committee meeting happening on Wednesday. And Thursday, we've got a First Parish Meeting House. That's a weekly progress meeting. Those are open to the public, too, if you ever did want to go, though they're not obviously all that necessary. But, yeah, if you wanted to go check it out and just see what's going on. Sewer Commission meeting, Finance Committee meeting, and a ZBA meeting. It's going to be a busy Thursday. And nothing on Friday, thankfully, because there never are usually any meetings on Friday except my show. The Friday wrap-up will be on Friday. So that'll be good. I have, I believe, for my guest, let me tell you real quick before I get off the subject. I do, yes. So Sue Arthur, she's the library director, is going to be our guest this coming Friday. So tune in for that. And then the following week, Chief Howe will be back. He was unable to make it this past Friday, but luckily we had the fill-in with the recycling info, so that was good. But yeah, so you can tune in and listen to Sue Arthur, and we'll be talking about all the different new stuff going on at the library. There's a lot of really new, cool items that you can take out that aren't just books. So lots of cool stuff. Okay, and finally, talking about the library, we'll move over to their calendar real quick. They have meditation coming in here shortly. That's why I'm going to be leaving quickly so I can break my equipment down and get out of here so they could have some quiet because they're coming in the same room that I'm going to be here. Let's see. They have a friends meeting at 6:30 tonight. The writers group. Open Minds yoga tomorrow. Oh, that's a good one, by the way. I don't know if there's room left, but if you have little kids, ages 3 to 5, awesome little program. Miss Ellen comes in, does yoga for the kids. They love it. They absolutely love this thing. And I don't know how she does it, but she takes absolute control. She's like the Pied Piper with the mice, and the flute and the mice. It's awesome. She does a really good job. She's actually, it's incredible to watch her work because, man, I wish I could do that with my own kids. Let's see, Tech Advice with Joe Delgadio, so that's at 11:30. Board of Library Trustees, that's a policy committee meeting. And then they have, Wednesday, How to Make Great Photography. So that's Nick DePasquale. He's awesome, by the way. Really great photography teacher. He's been doing this class for a while now. And this is a continuation of that class. I think this actual class itself is a one-off, but these are sort of continuations of his bigger photography class. So if you're interested in photography, definitely talk to Nick. Talk to the library about joining up in this class. And if you need equipment to take the class, or if you want to use some equipment, come talk to me, and I will help you get some equipment because we have cameras and all that stuff available for the public. Let's see. Thursday, story time for ages 3 to 5. Again, another cool one for the kids. And I think, so that's at 1 o'clock. So yeah, it's kind of the middle of the day. If you're home watching the kids, maybe a grandparent or something, watching the kids, you can bring them for that. That's a nice one. And then Saturday. The library's closed on Friday. Saturday, there's Lego Club and the Dads and Donuts, play group. That's a cool one. I brought my kids, my daughter once, and you just play. The dads, we eat donuts, and, there's nothing wrong with eating a donut, right? We can have a donut for a break. And we let the kids play. Just let them run around, have some fun, play with the toys. It's in the little toy room, the children's room in the library. And obviously they can read books and do other stuff too, but there's lots of toys, and they end up just playing with the kids and running around and screaming and all that fun stuff. Things that 3-year-olds do, 3 and 4-year-olds. So it's a great little thing, great little time for that. And the dads get to take the kids out, give mom a break. and Dad gets to have a donut. So why not, right? All right. So that just about does it. I am going to hang on. I forgot to pull up the tab. Sorry, for the National Weather Service. So it's not raining right now, or at least the next 5 minutes, maybe. The sun is out. That glowing orb in the sky, I saw it this morning, and I was wondering what in the world that thing was. I haven't seen that in, I don't know, a month, I think, maybe more. Last I heard, we had 22 days of rain in the month of April. So April showers bring May flowers, right? We're going to probably have an abundance of flowers everywhere, apparently, because we had a lot of showers. But yeah, it's somewhat cleared up. The weather looks like it's somewhat better. Tuesday into Tuesday night looks like it's going to rain again. And then Thursday evening into Friday, at least so far, 80% chance of rain. So Thursday, Friday, yeah. So Thursday and Friday are going to be lousy, apparently, according to National Weather Service. Temperatures are rising, though, so that's a good thing. Hooray for that. Oh, yeah, sorry, I should have showed you that. There we go. Now you can look at the calendar. Or, excuse me, now the weather. So temperatures are slowly creeping up, though. Wednesday and Thursday, it looks like it creeps back down. But anyways, we'll just ignore that. Right now, it's 65 degrees, according to the National Weather Service, and 69 degrees tomorrow for the high. So that's cool. I'll take that all day long. Yeah, let's take that. So, yeah, it's just this one of these patterns. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it's just been rain after one sunny day after like rain for like 7 more days. I feel like I'm ready to build an ark. I don't know. But you guys will start like figuring out what a cubit is, what size that would be. Yeah, so just deal with it. I guess it's the best we could do. It's New England. It's spring. It used to be drier. I don't know. Maybe it is what it is. Maybe it's the new normal. Who knows? Maybe it's just us being touchy about the weather when it constantly rains, but regardless of that fact, that's the weather. So hopefully you guys get some good info out of this. Again, don't forget to check out the videos we did in the past, this past Friday, and we have some other ones in the interesting ones on the share list as well. We've been doing most of them to my personal page because there's been issues with TriCaster connecting direct to Facebook to all the other pages that I manage, but I actually was able to just fix that. So I did this last one on my page just as a sort of a warning, I guess, for everybody. We'll still share stuff back to my personal page because there's a lot of people following me there as well, but they'll be appearing hopefully now for at least the foreseeable future, as long as technology wants to work with me, to the Tyngsborough TV page. So you'll be able to watch us over there, but you'll see those posts come up. You'll see it get shared out to the same groups, and yeah, you'll still get notifications if you've already liked the Tyngsborough page. Also, I forgot to mention this past Saturday was also the Winslow School reunion. Hopefully, if you were an alumni of the Winslow School, you get to go check that out. That looked like it was a good time. A lot of people showed up. We did that tour video on the Facebook Live video where we did a tour of the old Winslow School. That was like hugely, for Tyngsborough, it went viral. Let's put it that way. A ton of people watched it, lots and lots of shares, lots of comments, lots of people reminiscing. I got a ton of like private messages, people thanking us for doing the video and stuff, which was totally cool. You're welcome. I was very happy to do that. That was fun. It was a neat little tour through the Winslow School. No idea what the fate of it is at this point. Nobody knows, to be honest with you. It's kind of one of those just kind of hanging out there. We have to get through some other things here in town before they can focus on that building. But yeah, that was fun. So go check that video. It's on Facebook, and we'll be playing it on the channel here, and it'll be up on streaming as well very soon, so you can watch that one. But that was a fun one. But they did a nice job at the ceremony. We have video of it. I'll be editing it this week to get it up so that you guys can watch it if you didn't get to make it to the reunion. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Got a lot of photos too, actually. So so photos and video you can check out of that we'll post on tyngsboroughma.gov and then streaming. All right, guys, that does it for me. I get to tear this stuff apart and get ready for a pre-town meeting tomorrow. So good times. Don't forget to go out to pre-town meeting tomorrow. If you have questions, if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of questions, that will definitely be the best place to ask them. Obviously, you can still ask them at town meeting, but it'll make it a lot easier. Like I said, it's a lot more informal, intimate type of a setting. So it'll just make it easier. And again, this will be broadcast on Comcast 8 Verizon 29 and on Facebook, provided the technical gods are smiling down upon me tomorrow night. We'll see. I'm going to do some tests, and hopefully I'm just going to cross my fingers, really. We'll make sure this works. But yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. That helps us speed up the Facebook algorithms and keeps this stuff in people's feeds and shares this information with everybody else in the community. So take it easy, guys. Stay dry and enjoy. Oh, the sun's going. No, it's not. It's still out there. Enjoy the sun that we have while it's here. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.